Example 1.50. We want to evaluate this indefinite integral 1 over square root of 4 minus 9x squared dx. So we are given the formula. So one very simple formula that's given to us is the integral of 1 or dx over square root of 1 minus x squared is arcsine. Okay, so this is sine inverse. It's not 1 over sine of x. It's sine inverse of x. So this is an inverse trig function. Okay, its derivative is 1 over square root of 1 minus x squared. And the antiderivative of 1 over square root of 1 minus x squared is sine inverse of x. So if we would have a 1 and have a x squared, then we know what the answer is. But we don't. We have a 4 and a 9. So in the textbook, it's presented one way, thinking about the formula, and it applies u sub and the formula, so doing something twice. So for us, I think a more intuitive way is to make a 1 for ourselves. Well, we don't have a 1 right now. How do we make a 1 and make it easier? So you know there's a 4 right here. What we need to do is to take it out of the square root. So how you take a 4 out of the square root? What is the square root of 4? It's a 2. So you will just divide 4. So 4 minus 9x squared. You divide in under the square root, right? So you will do 2 over 2. Okay? So in that case, when you bring the 2 in the denominator inside, so you get 2 times square root of 4 minus 9x squared. And instead of dividing by 2, you divide it by 4. Because when you bring something inside a square root, you need to square it. When you bring something outside of the square root, you need to take the square root. So in that case, we will have a 1 minus 9 over 4x squared. We will create a 1 for ourselves. And how to get this to be something square? It will come into u sub is our best friend for now. So now I'm going to show you the way. Okay. So we get integral, and we're just considering taking a 2 out. Okay. So in that case, everything divided by 4. So we get 4 divided by 4, 1 minus 9 over 4x squared. So that's the first step. Then we have to use our u sub. And then we consider what is our u. So we want, if I change this to u, and that's what you will see in the formula sheet. So du 1 minus u squared sine inverse of u. So how do I get a u squared? We have to work it out. So 9 over 4x squared is parenthesis 3 over 2x squared. And then whatever's inside the parenthesis will be our u. So our du will be 3 over 2 times dx. So now we have our formula, okay? Or have our u sub. So in this case, I am going to do, maybe divide both sides by 3. So du over 3 equals dx over 2. So right here, I divide 3 on both sides. So I will get integral dx over 2 is du over 3. I keep my square root. I keep my 1 minus my 9 over 4x squared all together is just my u, because right here is u. So just my u squared. Now I'm ready to apply the formula as it is. And the reason why we trying to use this strategy is back in the good old days when I was a student, I have to memorize all the formula. So if I know how to use algebraic manipulation, then I will reduce the number of formulas that I need to memorize. So now what we have is we take out the 1 over 3 constant, and we have this expression, which is using this piece, using this formula, will very cleanly became sine inverse of u. And then I just need to plus c. And all I need to do last is change my u back to my x, which is 3 over 2x. And if you compare this answer with the textbook, it's the same. It's just a slightly different way of working with integration formula and use substitution onto a integral.